Okay, welcome back to the channel of Pro Enzo Vids, and tonight's video is my thoughts on the signing of Lachlan Ilias for the Dragons that got confirmed this afternoon on a 2-year deal from 2025 all the way until 2026. So yeah, look, obviously the signing got confirmed this afternoon. Ilias is now a Dragon starting from next year, and while Souths have moved on, and I think this move had to happen just because Ilias needed a clearer pathway to first grade, where Souths now have signed a couple of good players like Lewis Dodd and Jamie Humphries, and got all those depth in the halves now. And obviously, look, I think just with the circumstances it's been at South Sydney for Ilias, I think the time he had there had to be cut short. So, but look, obviously he's a talented player. Just had a really tough year this year, so we'll see how he goes at the Red VO. Hopefully, all the best. But just want to say as well, hope you all like the new background. Sort of rearranged where things are yet again. So this is sort of like a 2021 backdrop actually, where you had that wall always showing. But yeah, I think a change is always good. So yeah, hope you like it. But yeah, look, as always, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Obviously, my current goal is still 5,000 subscribers, so please do subscribe if you haven't already. But as always, please be sure to enjoy the video, and here we go. Look, I think this move works out well for both parties. I think Dragons need a new half. Obviously, Ilias is not the same class as Ben Hunt, and no way is he yet at all. But I do think, though, there's potential in Ilias to be a really good player. And I think that, yeah, look, we've already seen the potential that Ilias has had. I mean, in 2022, he had a great first season in first grade. Obviously got Souths to a prelim final as the halfback there, playing 26 games. So the potential and talent's all there. That's not an issue. I think it's more of a confidence issue with Ilias, and it's more of an issue where his progress has not been utilised properly. I don't know who to blame for that, probably some coaches and whatever, but yeah, unfortunately, Ilias' progress to first grade has always been a bit rocky, but, you know, definitely can't question the talent and potential he does have. Now, look, obviously, it's a bit upsetting that Souths couldn't be the club that he gets better at, because, you know, he's always been there as a junior, I think, and, well, yeah, he's been in their pathways for a long time, but obviously goes to the Dragons, which I think Dragons are a good club to go to just because they're building something with getting some really good experienced players in Gutho, Holmes, and Damien Cook, and you can tell they're making some signings that, you know, would attract different type of players to that club and buying leaders. And look, I think Ilias can definitely thrive around those sort of players. You know, I think a change had to happen just because of, like I said, the circumstances of events that happened at South Sydney and Ilias. But, you know, Shane Flanagan's that type of coach that definitely, you know, he'll be hard-nosed with Ilias, and we'll expect a lot of results out of him. But I think that's the sort of coach that would suit Ilias quite well. I think, you know, if Ilias can get back to his confidence yet again, then, you know, I think he'll be a really, really good signing for the Dragons. And I already think he will be. I think he will do a good job there. I know the combination of Kyle Flanagan and Lachlan Ilias doesn't really, you know, come to many people's excitement, just because it's not really not the greatest halves pairing, let's put it that way, just because none of them have really fired any actual great shots yet in first grade. But, you know, I think, look, I think Ilias under Flanagan will do quite well. I think, you know, Ben Hunt's obviously a big loss, and it's obviously pressure on Ilias yet again, which he had at South Sydney, and, you know, obviously didn't handle it all too well, so there is pressure at the Dragons again. But I think he knows there's pressure wherever you go, and hopefully this time with a new change of scenery, probably now we'll live down near Wollongong. You know, it's going to be a good move for him, I think. I really do think the change of scenery will do him well. And look, you know, I think he's a first grader. I know people will say he's not, just because of poor performances he's had in the past. And look, fair enough, because, you know, obviously some players do make it, some don't. But I think Ilias is one player that still will make it. I think he's a very talented player. And, you know, how many times have we seen players change clubs when they probably need to, and they look heaps better? So I think this will be the same case with Ilias. And, you know, obviously was put on so much pressure to be Reynolds' successor when he first left South Sydney in 2021. Yeah, look, I think there was too much expectation at the time, but I'm sure Ilias will grow from those events and will take on the negatives that, and just like I guess the criticism he got, and hopefully that all builds him up to be a lot better come next year. But look, I like the signing for the Dragons. I really do. I think he suits what they're building there. It's a good opportunity for Ilias to really settle down and really rejuvenate his career. Well, for South Sydney, it's no issue because they've already got a lot of good halves at the club, like Jamie Humphries, Lewis Dodd. We've got Bailey bringing the Otto on a train and trial, I believe. Cody Walker's still there. But look, Souths are fine. Like obviously, Ilias was touted as a hooker potentially in the off season. Yeah, I don't think he was too keen on that. I think he actually was because he wanted to stay at South Sydney, but realistically, he is a proper 7, so he goes to Dragons to be their first grade 7. And yeah, it's a great opportunity for him. So I hope he kills it, and I hope he sort of silences some doubters too, because there is quite a few doubters out there. But yeah, hopefully for Ilias' sake, he gets back to his best form, because 2022, we already knew what he can do. So hopefully he builds himself back up, gets a bit more fitter and healthier in the off-season after that terrible injury he got at the start of the year against the Warriors in reserve grade. That was nasty. So yeah, hopefully a better year for Ilias to come. But what do you make of the signing of Lachlan Ilias to the Dragons on a 2-year deal? Please do let me know in the comments down below. But as always, like, comment and subscribe, and have a good rest of your night.